In today's tutorial, I'll show you how I made this elegant handkerchief flare gown using two beautiful fabrics, a crepe fabric on the upper part and African print for the dramatic flare below. If this sounds like something interested in learning, continue watching. With all that being said, let's get started with today's tutorial. For this dress, I'll be working with crepe fabric for the upper bodice and African print for the lower flare. I'll also be using my basic tools, which includes my chalk, my tape, my scissors, and etc. The combination of these two fabrics gives the dress a very elegant and stylish appearance. I'll get started by folding my fabric in my desired way. So I'll be folding this into two equal halves from one border to the other and also arrange them very well. When I'm done with this, at the top part of this my fabric, I'm going to be folding it down. So in total, I have four folds. I'm cutting out the front part and the back part of this my dress at the same time. This part, which is slightly open, is going to be for my neckline. This top part is entirely closed. This part is entirely open and the base here is entirely open as well. This top part of my fabric, which is entirely closed, is going to be my shoulder, and that will be where I'll be marking my shoulder measurement. So my shoulder is 7 inches, but I'm going to be subtracting 1.5 inches from what I have on my shoulder of 7 inches. So right there under my shoulder, I'm marking 5.5 inches as my shoulder. Then for my neck width, I'm marking 3 inches on top of that part, which is my shoulder. Then I'm going to be marking my neck depth. So for the front part of the dress, my neck depth, I'm marking 3 inches, and for the back part, I'm marking 2 inches as the neck depth. So firstly, I'm going to be creating this into a block shape before I use my curve rule to connect this into a semicircle to get my round neckline, as you can see. Right, so from this my shoulder, now I'm going to be coming down by my shoulder of 8 inches, and I'm going to be dividing it into two. So when I divide it, I have 4 inches right there. Then I'll extend my shoulder into this half of my armhole. Now you know that 1.5 inches I subtracted from my shoulder, right? That is what I'm going to be marking towards this side away from my actual shoulder. Then I'll also connect it into that half of my armhole. I'll be making a slight curve just right there at the base, because this dress does not need your actual armhole, else it's going to be way too big for your armhole. So I'll be marking my half length of 16 inches and I'll be adding extra 1 inch. So in total here now, I'm measuring out 17 inches. As you can see, I'm doing right here in a block form. So when I measured this 17 inches, remember my half length is 16 inches, I added 1 inch extra. In total here, I'm having 17 inches as the length of this piece I have right here. Okay, I'll pin this my fabric to avoid it from slipping off. Now I'll be cutting out the back neck line. So I'll now take up this one at the top part, just that single one, to cut out for the front neck there, because it is deeper than that of the back. So after doing this, I'm going to be shifting this front part of my dress aside. Then for this other one, I'm going to be marking 4 inches from that neck depth I already cut, and I'll be making a slit right here and stop exactly on that 4 inches. Reason is because we are not fixing a zipper to this, so that it can freely pass through our head. I also went on ahead to pin this together so that it can be stable. For the armhole, I'm also going to be cutting out exactly the way I marked this on my fabric right here, and that is basically all for the upper part of this dress. So like I said, everything here is 17 inches all the sides. So I'm going to be working with the lower part of my dress, which is the Ankara part. So you know that African print is usually 45 inches in length. So at this point, I had to add extra to increase the length of this 45 inches. As you can see, I took the first measurement and I have another extra 45 inches right here. So you need to do this if you're working with an African print, obviously, for the combination. So I started by folding this from one border to the other into two equal halves, just as I did for the crepe fabric. I arranged this very well, and then from the top part, I'm going to be folding this again below, so that I can have four folds, just as I did for the upper part of the dress, which is a crepe fabric. So I'm going to be taking the measurement again of the length of what I have here, which is 17 inches. That is what I'll be using to cut out the waist area of this my African print. So at the top part of this my fabric, you can see where I placed my tape. I'm going to be marking that 17 inches, which I measured out as the length of the upper part of my gown. The tip of my tape is right there at the top part of my fabric. The only part of my tape I was moving as I'm marking the 17 inches is the body part and not the tip. So that is how you should also do yours, in case this is your first time of trying this out. And then go on ahead to connect the chalk marks after creating this semicircle. Then I'm going to be taking the measurement of the entire length of this my fabric, and I'm marking 38.5 inches all around to get this square shape as well. So the total length of my gown is 37 inches. When I subtract 16 inches, which is my half length, from 37 inches, what I have left is 21 inches, and 21 inches is going to be the length of this African print part of my gown. All right, so when I was done cutting out the entire length of this my African print, I now went on ahead to cut out the waist area of 17 inches. Back to the upper part, I have this long piece of fabric I have right here, which is 1.5 inches wide, and this strap right here. So I'm going to be removing this pin so that I can open up this my dress for you all to have a better view of what it looks like. So it is going to look very, very weird by the time you open this up, trust me, but there's nothing to worry about. So this part of my fabric facing the camera is the right side. So this strap which I have right here is going to be the part that will be holding the button that will be fixed into the back. So I folded this into two like this, and I measured out 1.5 inches, which I'll be using to hold my button. Now I'm going to be crossing this way like this, and on one part of the neckline, on the right side of the neckline, I now pin this right there, as you can see. So that piece of fabric I cut out, which is going to be for my bias to pipe the neckline, I'm going to be placing it on the right side of my neckline this way, as you can see. Then I'm going to be pinning this all around, starting from this part here to this deepest part, all around just like this. And then I'm going to be stitching it as well using just half of an inch. Remember, this is on the right side of my fabric. So I've done this for the neckline and also for my armhole as well. So on that neckline part where our sleeve stopped, we are going to be notching this slightly so that it can properly relax. Now I'll be flipping this my dress to the wrong side. So all those stitches I have made so far on this my bias on the right side, I'll be flipping it to the wrong side of this my dress. Then when I do this, I will now fold in those rough edge, as you can see right here, inward just like this, and I'll pin it as well. So I'm going to be stitching this all around, including that of my armhole. It's quite easy to do, but you just need to be very careful to have a neat finishing. So when I do this, I'll still go on ahead and iron this properly, and you too should do the same thing as well. Make sure that you iron this up properly and fold in all the rough edges. So when I was done doing that, this is what I have, and at the moment it just took our light. So when we have light, I'm going to be ironing this to be better. So this is it basically, and the next I'm going to do is to fold this into two to get the midpoint, and I'm going to be notching it for this front part and also the back part. Now we can differentiate the front part from the back part because the back neckline has a slit and the front neckline doesn't have. Now I've brought back the African print part of my gown. I'll also go on ahead to notch the midpoint. This midpoint I've notched so far, I'm going to be spreading it out just like this, the right side facing the camera. Then I'll be getting the upper part of my dress on the midpoint, which is that point where I notched. I'm going to be facing it right side, okay, on the midpoint of my African print, right side of these fabrics facing each other. Then I'm just going to start pinning them together on the waist area so that it doesn't move, and I can have a neat sewing or finishing at the end of the day.
All this time, I've been holding on so tight, 'cause all that I do.
So basically, when I was done pinning, I still had this excess from the upper part of my fabric, meaning that the waist of my Ankara print was not enough to accommodate this. So I had to unpin this again and folded my African print again into four, just as I did earlier. Now from the waist, I'm marking 1 inch because when you're cutting a flare, the wider the waist area, the possibility of it accommodating more fabrics. I don't know which other time I'm supposed to use this, but that is just basically it. So when I did that, I also went on ahead to pin it again as well, and then stitch it together using half of an inch. So when I was done stitching, this is what it looks like. So I'll go on ahead now to give this a very good pressing. And then for the back part, remember that we are fixing a button to it, and I'm going to be getting this button right here and fix it just directly exactly on that point. Make sure that it aligns properly, and I'll be hand sewing it, and that will be basically all for today's tutorial. Please don't also forget to hem the base of the gown. So here's what mine looks like. As you can see on the left side, I didn't pair it with a waist belt, but you can either pair it both ways, whichever way that best suits your style. It is perfectly beautiful. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see your recreation, and I hope you found this tutorial helpful as well. I'll see you some other time on this same channel. Till then, keep having a lovely time ahead of you. Bye.
I get lost when I look in your eyes.